So, I'm someone who doesn't really have a lot of friends. Like, I don't have many consistent social relationships, especially in real life. There are a couple of people I talk to occasionally, but nothing regular. Most of my connections are online, and even then, we don't talk often. I don't have that daily or even frequent interaction, you know? And I just wanted to talk about what this level of social isolation feels like. I think it's an interesting perspective. Maybe not unique, but probably not talked about enough. And I hope that if anyone out there relates, you'll share your experience too. One of the biggest things I've noticed is I have a lot of time to reflect, to figure myself out. And in a way, that's a gift, because I get to really understand what fits me and what doesn't, who's for me and who isn't. And when you live in that silence, when you're not constantly interacting or being influenced by other people, you start to hear the whisper. Not literally, but metaphorically. You start to feel what people really think, what the world is really like beneath all the noise. Because you're not being shaped by other people's updates, opinions, or energy every day. You become more of an observer. And that gives you a certain kind of clarity that's hard to get when you're caught in the middle of everything. But on the flip side, I've become, in a way, socially backward. Or rusty, maybe. Because I haven't been around people much, and definitely not consistently. So when I do get a chance to hang out with someone, I get overly excited or overly aware, and I feel like I end up being kind of off-putting. And I know I should probably put myself in more social situations, but that's easier said than done. It's hard when you don't really click with many people. And honestly, a lot of people get on my nerves. It's tough finding meaningful relationships in a world that's so saturated with content, distractions, and superficial interactions. Everything feels awkward and disconnected. But what can you do? Still, I'll say this. Being this isolated has taught me a lot about people. From the outside looking in, you learn to observe patterns, behavior, motives, and I think that's going to be a kind of social superpower when I eventually re-enter the social world more fully. But it's not easy. And I wouldn't wish deep isolation on anyone. Because yeah, it teaches you things, but it also hurts. Anyway, those are just some thoughts I've been sitting with.